In this video, I'm going to show you how to get a professional business address in minutes, and why, if you're still using your home address for your business, that's actually a bigger problem than you think. So real talk, if your business address right now is your house, your apartment, or a PO box, we need to talk, because there are two really big issues with that. One is privacy and two is legitimacy. Let's get into both. When you register your LLC with the state, the business address you use becomes a public record, which means anyone can look it up online. And so if you have a moment, go to your state Secretary of State website, type in your business name. It could be yours or someone you know. Once you do that, you're gonna see a business address just sitting there. So if you use your home address, that's now searchable by anyone, competitors, strangers, and clients you ended up not vibing with. And then there's your email. If you are sending any kind of email marketing, a newsletter, promotions, anything like that, the Can-Spam Act is a federal law that requires you to have a physical address in the footer of every single email. So if you're putting your home address in every email you send, you're just handing your home address to everyone. Same with Google. You want to show up on Google Maps as a real business. But if the pin drops on your house, that's a little weird and not what you want to convey to customers. Now on to the second reason why you don't want to use your home address, and that's legitimacy. And this one is more of a vibe, but it really does matter. Think about it from a client's perspective. Say you're about to hire someone or buy a service or sign a contract with a business. You Google them, you look at their website, but their address is on a residential street in a suburb somewhere. Does that automatically disqualify your business? Maybe not, but it does make your potential customers pause. And the more pausing they do, the more likely they are to pause with their wallet. Now flip it. If they were to look up your business address and see a commercial building downtown or in a fancy business district somewhere, that sends a different message. It's a real professional presence that's more serious. And I know some people are going to say, well, I operate fully online. And look, maybe you can make it work. But here's the thing, having a professional address on your website, your email signature, your invoices, it just closes that little gap of doubt in someone's mind before they decide to work with you. It's one of those small details that you might not think matter, but it's the kind of move that makes someone go, yeah, this is a real business, without even consciously realizing it. All right, so this is where I get to tell you about today's sponsor, which is Alliance Virtual Offices. And I actually like this one because it solves exactly what we just covered. Alliance Virtual gives you a real professional business address at a real commercial building, not a PO box, an actual street address. And you don't have to rent office space or sign a lease or any of that. It's a virtual setup, but the address is completely real and legitimate. They've got over 1,000 locations across North America, so you can pick something that makes sense for your business, whether that's your city, a nearby major city, or honestly just somewhere that is established. Plans start around $50 a month for what you're getting. Privacy, legitimacy, mail handling, that's nothing. You're probably spending more than that on apps you don't even use. So let's walk through together how to actually set this up.
So the first step is going to be entering in your city or your postal code. And this works if you have a business in state or out of state. And so now I'm going to type in a postal code in Dallas and see what offices they have available. And so 51 virtual office spaces are near me. At the top of the list, we have Oaklawn Avenue Office Center at $55 per month. And what's really nice is that if I get it right now, I can get next month free. And so I would recommend, to access the best promotion running right now, is to click the link in the description below. And then we also have the Alpha Road office space, as well as the 500 North Central Expressway. And so a few things that you want to look for are what features are offered for each virtual office. And so the Oak Lawn location is including a recognized business address, a virtual phone and business number, a live receptionist, frequent mail forwarding, as well as private meeting rooms. locations. And so each location will have different features that it offers. So make sure to read through them carefully. And so once you have the features you want to look at the location itself. What does it look like? Does it look like an actual office building? Is it located downtown or is it in a city? You also want to consider running additional checks, especially with USPS, if you want to use the virtual office to secure funding. And so once you review and look through the prices, how the address looks, as well as run additional verification checks, then you're going to go through and click the one that you want. And so oftentimes the plans will either include access to a live receptionist or additional co-working hours. And as you're reviewing the plans, make sure to pay close attention to the contract terms, as you are agreeing to have the virtual office for the length of the contract. And so once you see the right plan for you, you're going to click add to cart. And so it's going to give you some options. You can choose what mail forwarding you want, every month or daily or weekly. Anytime your virtual office receives mail on your business's behalf, they will then forward it to another address. In my specific case, Alliance Virtual forwards my business mail to my home address. And then for the next option, they're asking what kind of business phone number do we want? Do we want a local number where we can just enter in our city? Or do we want a toll-free number? And so I would say, generally speaking, especially if you want to get funding, you want to have a toll-free number. And so I'll go with the most popular option, which is 888, and then choose from there. And so generally speaking, you want a phone number that you can remember and has some connection to your business. If you can't, don't worry about it, but the easier it is to remember, the better off it'll be. And so once you have the number in mind, you're going to hit continue. It's then going to ask for the best way to contact you. And once you enter that in, you can hit register. From there, you'll review the terms, make sure everything looks good, and then secure your virtual office. And so as you're waiting to get everything set up, I would recommend you fill out Form 1583, which gives Alliance Virtual permission to receive mail on your behalf. And at this point, I want to say congratulations. You now have a professional business address, which will help you in securing clients and growing your business.
So that's the whole setup. Told you it was fast, but here's the thing. A lot of people sign up and then skip this next part. Once you have your address, go update it everywhere. Like, actually do this. Don't just sign up and forget about it. Make sure your LLC filing is updated. If you haven't filed your LLC yet, use the address you just secured. If you're already filed, you can update it through your state's Secretary of State website. It's worth doing. You also want to update your business address on your email newsletter, as well as your website contact page and footer. This is the one that clients actually see. You also want to make sure you update any invoices and proposals that you plan on sending out to clients. Put that address on everything. It's one of those small moves that makes your business legit. And so I know that this is a big step, but it's very important that you do. As I talk to a lot of business owners, and one pattern I keep seeing is that people are building real businesses, but they're cutting corners on the presentation side, like the stuff that makes you look established. And I get it. When you're starting out, you're focused on the actual work. You're building the product, getting clients, figuring out operations. The business setup stuff feels like admin, feels like stuff you can deal with later. But here's the thing, the little details add up. A professional address, a real business email domain, a proper website, all of that together creates a picture of your business in someone's mind before they've ever talked to you. And that picture either builds trust or it creates doubt. You don't have to spend a lot of money on any of it. Alliance Virtual is $50 a month. A business email through Google Workspace is about $10. Getting your business set up with a real professional address is worth it. We're talking about a really small investment to make your business look like the real operation it already is. Because here's the honest truth. Your business is real. You're out here doing the work. The setup should reflect that. So if you've been sitting on this and you've been meaning to clean up your business setup and just haven't gotten to it, let this video be the push. Start with the address. It's the easiest one. Scan the QR code on the screen right now or grab the link in the description. Check out Alliance Virtual to get this address handled today. If this was helpful, drop a like on the video. It actually helps a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace, stay building.